If those who were involved in getting this going in 1976 hadn't done what they did, Marvin and everyone else, Glenn Miller's music would still be alive and kicking today, certainly. But where would it be without Clarinda and without those forefathers and everyone else who was involved at the beginnings to make this a reality, even so today? Think of the children that may not have ever had the opportunity to be exposed to Glenn Miller music, like my own kids when we came to the festival last year and took in the swing kids from Switzerland. They still talk about it. So think of the people, young and old, who wouldn't know this music or understand it without what Clarinda and those people did in 1976 and from then on until now. And the reason I bring that up at this point is because I bring in Clarinda Mayor Groundbreaking-Kokenge. And Gordon, nice to see you. And again, congratulations to Clarinda. Give yourselves a round of applause, Clarinda, Iowa.
Thank you. I want to introduce some of our councilmen that are here. Bill McComb, they're standing back there on the sidewalk, and they may stick their hand in there. Bill McComb, Darrell Wickman, Gary Alger, and Dave Long is over here someplace. I saw him, and right here in front of them. And I believe Jeff McCall is still at work. And Gary McLarnon, our city manager, standing back there. And I also want to introduce Chad Wellhausen, the director of the Iowa Western Community Campus here in Clarinda. What I want to do here is, and I just want to go through just a little bit of a history, is like, how did this thing all of a sudden get generated here? Back in, well, several years ago, a long time ago, in fact, some people in the community, Glenn Miller fans, had the idea that we should have a big band museum. So that kind of got something going on, a museum idea. Well, then they came up with the idea of having a museum out here on the property, and it kind of just was dormant and sitting there for a while. And back in, to go back to what Mr. Deal said about the county and city being involved in this for this community attraction grant, way back in the fall or near the end of the year in 2005, the former mayor and city council at that time pledged to give financial support and in-kind support to this project. And at the same time, the county supervisors at that time in 2005 said they would go on board to help support that. And those are very important in that grant process. So back that long ago, this thing really started out. So then we kind of just sat there again, and things weren't quite right to get the thing going. So a year ago, our good friend Alan Timpson, who moved into Clarinda here with a truckload of artifacts from Glenn Miller, became very ill and passed away. Well, his family donated the material, and over the years, Marvin Nagley and the society had collected a lot of memorabilia of Glenn Miller. So being in the chamber office one day, the idea came up, you know, we've got that stuff stored all over the community. Maybe we better start getting it out there where people can see it and show them what we really have. So in April, we kind of got the idea, and you just talked to a few more people. I think we went over to Dale McAllister at the bank, and Dale says, yeah, let's get her going. So all of a sudden we decided, well, maybe we better talk to Marvin Nagley, so we kind of drug him along in and said, Marvin, this is what we think we're going to try and do here. So actually in April, a year ago of 2008, this project really started to come together as an idea, and people came in some people came in off the street, and they volunteered their help. Chad Wellhausen, Marlon Gussman, to name a few, and I'm sure I'm going to miss some. Arlene Leonard, Shira Bridey, Gail Barr, and others. And so the newspaper got involved, and they've been a big help to us, the Clarinda Herald-Journal. So that's basically when it started. Then at the festival a year ago, we kind of made the announcement that, you know, we're going to pursue this project. So our good friend from the Netherlands decided that he was going to start selling these shoes and passing these wooden shoes out, if you remember, and that kind of got things going a little bit there. So then we had meetings about every 2 weeks at 7:30 in the morning, and just kind of kept throwing the ideas around, and we started a real hard fundraising campaign in September. That's when we really wanted to kick the thing off. And as you know, we went through some natural disasters with the floods and everything like that, but we kept pursuing it, and you know, the economy kind of went in the tank, and we said, no, we're going to keep right on going. And so that's what's brought us to today, and with a lot of cooperation and a lot of grant writing. One thing we did set a calendar right in the beginning. We set a calendar and we set goals to meet certain goals and certain objectives by those dates. This is one of the dates, and we had to have the fundraising complete in order for this groundbreaking to take place. So the schedule, we're still on schedule. I want to point that out to you. So what I'm really going to say here is, to finish up, is we'd like to have you all back again next year at this same site. Hopefully we will be complete and we'll have a grand opening. Thank you.